Yo, it's been a minute since we had a real rap beef, but Kendrick just came at Drake's neck. Not with tweets or IG drama, but straight up bars on Future and Metro Boomin's new joint, We Don't Trust You. This ain't no friendly competition. The gloves are off. The backstory. Kendrick and Drake have a complicated history, with over 10 years worth of static. As fanfare around Kendrick Lamar grew, Drake was quick to embrace him, giving Kendrick his interlude on his 2011 album, Take Care, and bringing him along for the subsequent Club Paradise tour, which also included J. Cole, A$AP Rocky, Meek Mill, 2 Chainz, Waka Flocka Flame, and others. But even on that song, Buried Alive, tension was in the air, with Kendrick recounting his thoughts while receiving game during a meeting with Drake, then the more established in the industry at that point, and admitting to being irritated by Drake's success. Despite their collaboration on Poetic Justice, their bond soured post-Kendrick's verse on Big Sean's Control. Drake managed to give Kendrick his props while dismissing the verse. Kendrick responded at the 2013 BET Awards with a cipher. Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control, and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Drake's verse on Future's Shit remix seemingly countered, "Fucking gas, gon' be fucking gas. That's why we never gave a fuck when a fucking giga switched up." The last 10 years have been subliminals and coded dissies. Drake talkings about ghostwriters, Kendrick hitting back about tour favors. Then you got Drake's flowjacking, Kendrick's cousin, Baby Keem, and Kendrick's Element. It's been a whole chess match. Even a sports announcer once claimed one of them was about to blow the whole thing up, but it got buried. All the while, both Kendrick and Drake stay tight with J. Cole. They dream about a collab album. Cole drops bars on Black Friday, that kind of thing. Cole and Drake go way back, real friendship there, even making songs together and going on tour. But in interviews, Drake says the next 10 years is about proving who's got the longest career, him, Kendrick, and Cole. Cole ain't shying away either. On Pipe Down, he spits about folks saying he's running third behind Drake and Dot. Like That changes the game. Unlike that, Kendrick is feeling a lot less kumbaya, rapping, "Motherfuck the big three, it's just big me." Between that and dismissively observing that N-gas clicking up earlier in the verse, some could argue that the song also functions as a J. Cole diss as well as Drake. But you could just as easily say the same about Cole's recent statements that he's out to prove he's the best, as he preps his long-awaited album The Fall Off, a Black Album-esque manifesto he's crafting to ostensibly end all debate. After all, that big 3 line on First Person Shooter does end with Cole declaring himself Muhammad Ali, a sentiment he's been doubling down on in one stellar verse after another for the last few years. He clarified in an interview with Lil Yachty that he never once awarded himself the bronze medal, just merely acknowledged that it was a rampant perception. So in theory, the new Kendrick lines could be received by Cole as the same spirit of competition that he's been preaching. Future and Metro Boomin add fuel. We haven't talked much about the duo who created this moment. Future, a big name in 2010's rap, and Metro Boomin, the super producer he often collaborates with. Kendrick picking a Future and Metro album to confront Drake has extra meaning. Metro has had his issues with Drake. He deleted a tweet last year about his album losing awards to Drake's, showing there might be some tension between them. During a live stream not long after, Drake hilariously referenced the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, adding, "You guys make me sick to my stomach, fam." Despite trading a few more subliminal pot shots across Twitter and IG, Metro downplayed any beef, saying that the issue was not deep at all. Still, when keen-eyed fans noticed Metro unfollowing Drake on Instagram, a clear modern indicator of a falling out. Before the album dropped, it was obvious to many that things were tense, just as Kendrick suggested. It's up. And for those curious how a producer-rapper conflict would unfold, Metro showcased his prowess on Like That, crafting a beat that's undeniably fierce, sampling 3-6 Mafia's Who the Crunkest, Eazy-E's Easy Does It, and a hint of Ridin' Spinners. In doing so, Kendrick and Metro follow a playbook favored by the likes of Jay-Z and even Drake with Back-to-Back, dissing your opponent on a track that bangs regardless of whether listeners know the backstory or not. Future, who has around 30 collaborations with Drake, including their joint album What a Time to Be Alive and recent tracks on Future's solo albums, choosing to feature a noted Drake rival on his new project raises questions. While the exact reasons remain unclear, there might be underlying issues between them. Despite their numerous collaborations, their relationship has seen rocky moments from the start. In 2011, Future received a boost when Drake remixed Tony Montana, but Future publicly expressed disappointment when Drake declined to shoot a video. Additionally, in 2013, Future faced repercussions, allegedly being removed from Drake's tour briefly due to critical comments about Drake's music in an interview. If you consider the album title and Future's rap in the intro suggesting someone is secretly dissing him despite claiming to be his biggest fan, it's not a huge stretch to see potential tension. Opinions on Future and Drake's relationship are speculative, but what's clear is that rap beef is like political conflict. Drake, who playfully teased Future in a recent song about romantic scenarios, probably wouldn't just ignore direct shots from a frequent collaborator. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, but amidst the current buzz, let's not forget how incredible We Don't Trust You is. While beef is grabbing attention, it's noteworthy how Future revisits some of his most historically intense moments on the track, though it's not for the faint of heart. He's delivering hard-hitting verses throughout the album. While I Never Liked You from 2022 was great, We Don't Trust You immediately contends for a top spot in his impressive discography. The same goes for Metro's beats. The surprise Rick Ross verse on Everyday Hustle had me just as hyped as Kendrick on Like That, especially with the soulful, evolving beat, which shifts again as Future takes over. Metro's been talking this album up for the better part of a year, directly acknowledging the high standard set by his and Future's past work as a unit. They've cleared that bar, and then some, shaking the rap game up in the process, securing a top slot for Summer Outside and any best of lists. Silencing all doubters with the music, casting oneself as a step ahead of the competition. Its energy, the late, great Mobb Deep rapper Prodigy would appreciate, which is perhaps why the album is peppered with gripping sound bites from some of his past interviews. Moving on, Kendrick's net worth. According to Forbes, Kendrick Lamar has an estimated net worth of $75 million, but he has earned over $180 million throughout his entire career. Since he started his music career in the early 2000s, he appeared on dozens of singles that featured many popular artists such as Big Sean, Robin Thicke, Drake, 2 Chainz, Birdman, and J. Cole. But the best was yet to come in 2015 after many different collaborations placed him in a comfortable position. To Pimp a Butterfly was released in 2015, and it became #1 on the Billboard 200 chart in the United States, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the entire United Kingdom. Critically, this is considered one of the best rap hip-hop albums of all time, and won multiple Grammys as well. Since then, it's only been home runs from Kendrick and his entire production team. His talent is the main reason he is worth $75 million right now. But Lamar is still 35 years of age, his career still has a long road ahead, and many more great songs he will share with the world. With all this money, he knows how to spend it well. Brooklyn's waterfront is the hottest place for New York celebs like the rapper Kendrick Lamar, who paid $8.6 million for a triplex penthouse at Pier House last year. The new 4-bedroom, 312-bath residence at 90 Furman St. at Brooklyn Bridge Park will surely be the Pulitzer Prize-winning rapper's New York City pied-à-terre. At 340 square feet, the family-sized townhouse-style spread features floor-to-ceiling windows, 18-foot-high ceilings in the living room, and stunning views. It's the latest luxurious get for Lamar's prime property portfolio. In Southern California, he owns a $16 million mansion in Bel Air, a $9.7 million home on Manhattan Beach, along with a $265 million investment property in Calabasas and a 4-bedroom home in Eastvale, according to reports. There's also a chef's kitchen, a den, reclaimed pine floors, and around 2,000 square feet of outdoor space over 2 levels, including a private rooftop overlooking the East River and Brooklyn Bridge Park. Building amenities include a doorman, a concierge, gyms, a meditation studio, a children's playroom, a pet wash, bike storage, and on-site parking. Residents also have access to the 1 Hotel Brooklyn Bridge's amenities, such as its rooftop pool and bar.